Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions, and thank you again so much for our time together. Well, we're entering into South Standing Sunday weekend. Good Friday, all day today. I'll be teaching the School of the Cross from 9 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll take a 5-minute break every hour. We'll take a lunch break, but all we're going to do is talk about what Jesus accomplished for us on the cross. What does it mean when he said, "It is finished"? We look forward to seeing you in School of the Cross all day today. And then tomorrow and all day Sunday, Pastor John will be preaching. We're going to have a wonderful time. Whatever campus you want to attend, of course, we're having great services there, but the big dedication and the party at the country club at Versailles and everything will be down at South Campus. So if you'd like to join us there, that'd be great too. I want to take you back to the book of Luke chapter 12 today and ask the question, how did the cross get accomplished? How did Jesus do the will of God? It didn't just happen by accident. Jesus did not stumble into the will of God. And you and I will not stumble into the will of God. There are 3 steps to fulfilling God's will. Verse 47, that servant who knows his master's will and does not get ready or does not do what his master wants will be beaten with many blows. Now I want you to notice 3 stages. Look at the positive side of that verse. There are 3 stages to doing the will of God. Knowing the will of God, getting ready to do the will of God, and then obeying. Now there's 3 stages. Know it, get ready, and obey. Jesus did all 3 of these on the cross. He knew the will of God. He told the disciples the Son of Man must suffer and die. He knew the will of God. He knew that he was going to die on a cross. He got ready. He said, tell that fox in 3 days I'll be there. He made sure he was in the right place at the right time. The right place at the right time was not an accident with Jesus. He knew the will of God and he got himself ready to do the will of God. He had the Last Supper with the disciples. He did the teaching. Everything was prepared. But then he obeyed. Now every year as I go down into the dungeon underneath Caiaphas' house and we worship and we pray together, it's a very emotional time for me every year because I remember Jesus, he didn't just commit himself to the will of God in the garden. He lived his commitment to God. He could have walked out of that tomb that dungeon at any point in time that he wanted. But he knew this is something I have to do. I want the will of God. I have to obey. So please, as you begin to look at the will of God in your life, don't just think about, well, I got lucky, right place at the right time. That doesn't happen. You know the will of God. You get ready to do the will of God. And then when the time comes to obey, you commit yourself to the will of God and you obey it.